Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming my post-op Q&A. It was supposed to be a 6-month post-op, but now it's like almost 8 months. Yeah, we got it in June, and it is going to be, we're like in the middle of February, so it's almost 8 months, but better late than ever, right? So it's going to be quick. I'm going to get right to the point. I'm not going to give like so much detail because I do want this to be the last video about my surgery on my YouTube channel ever, unless I like get another one, then I'll obviously like film that. I'm not planning on that, by the way, but I just don't want this to be like a huge topic on my channel. That's just not what I'm about, but I just want to continue to be open and honest with you guys and want to answer all of your questions. So let's just get into it. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me questions, and you did, so I appreciate that. Please mention anything that you would have done differently throughout your journey. So I don't think I would have done anything differently except lose a little bit of weight before my surgery. So I actually didn't lose any weight before my surgery, and I feel like I would have been like even smaller if I would have done that. If I were to do it all over again, I would like maybe lose like 5 to 8 pounds, 10's a lot, 5 to 8 pounds, just so that I have like less fat in my stomach area and stuff like that. Did your skin stick well after lipo? So my skin is still sticking. I will show you guys what I'm talking about. I didn't know that I was gonna have any loose skin. I'm not talking about like loose. I'll show you guys like when I sit, a video on my phone for you guys to see. But when I sit, I still have like a little bit of floppy skin. It's not like completely flat. When I stand, my stomach's not like sucked in like completely. It's just way flatter than before. I'll insert pictures of what it used to look like before. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm like small enough, but I know it's just in my head, and then I look at pictures of me before and I'm like, wow, never mind, like I need to chill. So I think I got amazing results, and my skin is still sticking. The doctor said it can take up to a year, and my boyfriend actually told me that it takes up to 2 years for your body to completely heal from anything. So yeah. If you had to do it all over again, would you? I would do it all over again because I feel like this was completely worth it. I feel so good about myself and my own skin. I work out to be healthy now and to get results elsewhere. I'm not like just stuck on like the stomach fat. My stomach used to literally traumatize me. So yes, I would do this all over again. And even with the pain level, I would do this all over again. I think it's completely worth it. How often do you wear your faja and not just for comfort? So my doctor instructed me to wear it for 3 months, 3 to 6 months. And I stopped wearing it day and night about 2 months ago. It might have been right around Thanksgiving. So right around Thanksgiving, November, I stopped wearing it day and night, and now I just wear it at night. And I wear it like every other night. I'm not like super strict with it anymore. But when I start seeing that I'm getting like swollen, or okay, not swollen, but if you don't wear a waist trainer, your waist is not gonna stay teeny, like really indented. So I believe that wearing my faja helps with that so much. I just look way less bloated. So if I want to look like really tiny, I'll wear my faja and stuff like that. So I wear like every other night, like not like extremely crazy about it how I was before. Okay, someone else asked, do you have any lumps and bumps that you feel insecure about, and do you have any fibrosis? So I don't. I was really lucky to not have any fibrosis. I feel like my skin and my body just heals really well, like whenever I get hurt or any other surgeries or like scars, piercings. Like I just have I don't know what it is. My body just heals really well. So, and I got like the proper aftercare. So I think that like played a huge part in it too. But do I have any that I feel insecure about? I did want to talk about my left hip. My left hip. Hey, sorry, let me go back. I do have fibrosis in my left hip. I was thinking about like in my stomach area, and I don't have any there. But my left hip sticks out like a teeny tiny bit more than my right one, like barely. But it is because my boyfriend said it's because I got a little bit of fibrosis there, because when I pinch it, it still hurts, and my right one like doesn't hurt at all anymore, and he says that's fibrosis. So I'll try to insert a clip right here for you guys to see what I'm talking about. But other than that, I love my body. Like I don't think anything's wrong with it. I think it's perfect in my eyes. So I don't think that the fibrosis like affects me, because I didn't get like a BBL. I didn't get fat transfer to my butt. I feel like my hip has a little bit more volume than my butt, and now like with the fibrosis, it just sticks out a little bit more than my butt. So it kind of goes like this, and then my butt's kind of like flat not like flat, but just flatter than my hip. And I feel like when I start like lifting really heavy and weight training and stuff, that it's gonna help with the appearance of that. But I'm not insecure about it. I think my body looks really good. I love the size of my natural butt. I love the size of my new hips. I think it looks like perfect. And I think if I would have gotten like really big hips, they think it would have looked, you know, like really unproportional. Were you allowed to sit on your butt with the fat transferred to your outer hips, or did you have to lay on your tummy? I was allowed to. I've seen like a bunch of BBL videos where girls that get fat transferred to the butt, they're not allowed to sit or they have to use the BBL pillow, but because I didn't do that, I could sit on my butt just fine. You imagine that it must hurt when that happens, because the first time they turned me over on my hips, oh my God, it hurt so bad. It felt like I was like beaten up and kicked in both my hips to death, you know, and I felt like they were just so bruised and it did hurt, but I was able to lay. She even told me at the hospital, that was the second day when I had first felt that, and she said, oh, don't worry, like you can turn on your hips, you can lay on your side if you want to. Obviously I couldn't, but she said I was allowed to, nothing would happen. The hardest part of this whole experience, okay, I would say the first hardest part was the pain, obviously. I felt like it was never ending. I felt like it was never gonna go away. Now that it's been so long, I feel like the second hardest part, waiting for like the full results, you know what I mean? So for example, the first month, my skin was so tight. I explained that in the first video. I couldn't move, so my skin was like snatched. Like it was full of like liquid, obviously, so I couldn't move. It was so tight. So then when I started getting drained and all that liquid started coming out and months went by, like on the third month, my skin started to show a little bit more like flat. Okay, I quickly wanted to show you what I was talking about in the video because I didn't include a clip. So this is my stomach, and what I was talking about, the flaccidness, is as you can see, I pinch my skin and it's very thin. That just means that there's like not a lot of fat in it anymore. And when I sit, I feel like I'm trying to, okay. When I sit or crouch down, like a lot, do you see that? It kind of, I have like all this flaccid skin, and during the day, because just last night I wore my faja, right? So my skin is like very attached to the muscle, it's very tight, but during the day it starts to just get a little bit more loose. And it's just, I literally thought that, so the beginning of my surgery, you were really tight, you're full of all these liquids, you're like literally like so tight you can't move. My skin was like literally like this, and it was stretched out, and I thought it was gonna stay like that, and I actually liked how it looked like that. But then I started freaking out when I started to drain out so much. It's been like 2 months. It was like 2 months after my surgery. I didn't know that it was gonna look like that. Does that make sense? I sit, and as you could see, flaccid skin. Over time, the results, they do get better. My waist shrunk. I was so swollen. My back here, it literally goes like this. Like I love how it looks. So the hardest part, one of the hardest parts is definitely waiting for the full results, and I have gotten my full results, and I am so happy with how I look. How many days did your doctor advise you stay in the city for? He said 15 days, just because you're good to travel after that. How long did you have to keep the catheter in for? By catheter, I don't know if she means like the little thing that you pee out of or the drains. I don't know what a catheter is. I think it is that thing where you pee. But they took it out the second day. So the second day I checked out of the hospital, and they took it out that day. It's not like I had it with me the entire time. The drains, I don't know how long people keep drains in for because I didn't have any drains. Is it possible for fat to return in your abdominal area, or did you get almost all your fat cells removed in that tummy area? So I'm pretty sure liposuction is supposed to remove almost all of the fat cells. And my doctor did tell me that I can gain weight, but so obviously he said don't try to like gain weight, or do not gain weight after this procedure because you will be scared of the results. He said that most likely because I had like my arms lipoed, my back, my stomach, that will not be affected as much as like my face. He said people's faces get really chubby when they gain weight. Obviously, like my fat naturally goes down to my butt and my thighs. So he said you're gonna look crazy and unproportional if you don't take care of yourself and eat nutrition. He said this is not like a weight loss surgery. It's a chance to transform your body, and it's about like keeping your diet and nutrition and like living a healthy lifestyle overall to keep the results. Do you have to wear a faja every day and get the body massages now? So like I said, I barely wear my faja now, like every other night. And as for massages, I still go to get like skin tightening just because I'm like, you know, like I do want my stomach area, my skin to like contract back as fast as I can. And that helps like speed up the process. So I do that. Not as often as I'd like to since I was like in Mexico and stuff and it's been like the holidays. I think I am going to do them for the rest of my life just to keep my results, keep that area nice and tight. I'm going to post on the screen right here and down below the people that I went to in my area to get those services done. This girl said, I'm going to Dr. Fragoso. That's how I found you. What's the recovery home you went to? So I went to Lotus Recovery Home. Yeah, Lotus Recovery Home. I'm pretty sure. I like can't even remember now. Lotus Recovery Home, that was the name of it. I'll post them down below also so that you can follow them on Instagram and get in contact with them on WhatsApp. How long did your swelling last, and do you have to wear a faja at all times? Oh my god, so many about the fajas. How long did my swelling last? So I went to the beach in October. I was still very swollen. I would say just about the beginning of January, maybe like middle of January, that's when I noticed that I wasn't getting as swollen. And I only noticed because I was drinking a lot, and you know that makes you swollen anyway, like whether you've had surgery or not. And I wasn't wearing my faja that much while I was on vacation, and I wasn't staying like as hydrated or working out, and I wasn't getting like that swollen. And I also don't feel my skin pinching anymore, so that's a huge sign that I don't get swollen anymore. The rest are just funny ones from my friends, but that is it, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to make this quick, informative, and answer all your questions because this is going to be the last one unless you guys want me to do one like a year from now or something. But I really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate you guys sending in your questions, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Bye!